Hello everybody, my name is Boey, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to do a flipbook animation. Now, what is an animation? An animation is a series of drawings that when put together and you scroll through it or flip through it, it moves, and it's, to many of us kids, we call it cartoon, but as you grow up, and you go study, it's called an animation. But when I was young, I knew it only as a cartoon or a flipbook. Okay, the few things that you need to begin with is a pen or a pencil or any sort of drawing tool really, and a picture pad. Okay, any paper pad would work. A stack of paper would work as well. If you just clamp it down so that it doesn't shift, it would make drawing really, really easy. And then you need an idea. Okay, and today the idea that I'm going to use is actually from my book. This is some shameless advertising right here, called When I Was a Kid Too. And the idea that I'm going to draw today is my dad tossing me up in the air. Now, why did I want to do this? I wanted to do this because this is one of those motions that every one of us knows about. Everyone that has a dad who's played a major part in their lives have actually gone through this before. And I remember it was one of my fondest memories, my dad tossing me up, me giggling like crazy, and wanting him to do it over and over again. And I thought that it was a pretty good idea to work off. So this is the thing that we're going to do today. Now, the first thing you need to plan out when you're doing an animation like this is what are the key poses that I need to draw. Key poses are the important body gestures that you want to capture so that you can effectively show a grown man throwing a kid up in the air. And the few actions that I've decided to pick are, I'm going to act it out right here. Pardon the grandma pants. So the few actions that I'm gonna draw is my dad picking me up, him tossing me up in the air, and then him catching me and coming back down. Okay, so that's what's important for me. And so you can see the sheet of paper that I've already worked on. Before we do that, like any good artwork, you want to be able to lead the eye. Like if you drew something and you painted the paper red, that's where the eye is going to go to, because the rest of the paper may be white and the red is the center of attention. Animation is a little tricky in this way, in that multiple things are moving. If there's too many things moving on the screen, like if it's going like this, the eye doesn't know where to look. I mean, of course you're looking at me because I'm talking, but imagine like this background, everything is moving, People are not going to be able to focus, and they will lose track of the storyline that you're trying to tell. So the thing that I'm doing is that I'm focusing on my dad's movements right now. He's going to toss me up, right? So I would draw my dad picking me up while I stay pretty stationary. You could see right here that for the first few poses, I do absolutely nothing. This is really rough, so you kind of have to imagine a little. And then, as he tosses me up, the minute I go airborne, see how I draw my dad holding that one pose for the next 5 frames? He does not move there, okay? This is where you lead the eye. Okay, so the minute my dad tosses me up, the viewer is going to shift his center of attention to the kid that's being tossed in the air, and the kid's going to go like this, right? Because he's being flailed up in the air. So that's what I did. My dad tosses me up, holds that pose as I go through the motion, comes back down, and then the minute my dad catches me, I shift the attention back to my dad. And so the kid barely moves, and my dad stoops down a little just to capture, soften the landing weight. Okay, so there you have it, and this is where I show the people how to draw, blah, 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 blah. And at the very end, to close the chapter, I show them the flipbook. And this is really, really rough, so pardon me. And one more time, because we all love this motion. And there you have it. Fucking flip book with Boey. Excuse the last part of the F word, but